Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Night Fights here on YouTube. It is your host, Napalm Dawn, and we are here to go ahead and do our 5 PvP fights. I think I'll go with Scrapper on this one. Okay. So last week, one of the commenters on the channel had said, here's a good idea for you, try Spider-Man and Thing. And the only way that I would do that combination is with the Future Foundation uniform. And as it happened, my Spider-Man was already there, and to bring Thing from Bruiser standard release suit to the Bruiser Future Foundation was only like 25 CP or something. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. So that is the theme for the week, is that we're going to do some Future Foundation characters, which is also timely because we have the Fantastic Four in the MCU that is coming out. So it's rather timely and topical to do that. So before we get into today's PvP video, which I have not tested this team yet, remember the standard disclaimers. There is no ETA yet on Beta 6. I am using Beta 6.04, which is a closed beta that is only available to a select few testers, including some contest winners. The version that is available to you is 5.2. It is linked in the description along with links to Facebook and Discord. Also, as I said, there is no ETA yet on Beta 6. They are trying very hard to get the closed beta into a state in which they are happy with releasing it. There are still plenty of bugs left to work through, and we continue to expose some of them on these videos and on the streams. I will have a stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. We are back doing the Friday streams most of the Fridays in a month. We will have one tomorrow, although I might make it a little bit short as my father will be in town. And that's pretty much it for the disclaimers. Don't ask when anything will be released. If you've got a question of why is there a difference between what you have and what I have, that's because I'm in a more advanced beta. And if you have any commentary about how long it's taking for Beta 6 to come out and everything, please feel free to go over to the Discord and vent your frustrations there and have a conversation about it. We'll certainly see how that goes. Okay, so I decided to do my agent as a scrapper, as we do not have one out of Thing or Spider-Man, because I have Thing in Bruiser mode. I'll show you the kit over here. Thing is pretty much using the PKB method, except I added a little bit of stamina over here. Instead of just going attack, defense, and accuracy like he did, I walked down the defense a little bit and went with some stamina, because Thing does get... Well, first of all, when the PKB method came out, stamina didn't mean anything in PvP because it was nearly limitless. Well, that changed in the later game, and Redux uses that 2016 codebase, which was after the stamina change. So you do need to give him a little bit of stamina, plus if he's going to get extra turns, you need to give him stamina so that he can take advantage of the extra turns. Admittedly, stamina is not fully where I want it, but PKB called for violent ISOs on him, which was simply just attack and accuracy. So maybe taking out one of these oranges and adding a one of the blues that gives health and stamina might be the better way to go. Health, defense, evasion, they all kind of pull from the same pool. Basically, is like health is, if you have high health, it doesn't matter if you dodge or your defense is low, you just have a really good health pool. If you have really high defense, it kind of doesn't matter if you have a lot of health, because your defense is sort of limiting the damage. And evasion, if you have a very evasive character, you're taking no damage, so health doesn't come into play that much. However, we know Thing is going to be taking damage, so we want to balance the health and defense there. As for evasion, as if Ben is going to evade. Over here on Spider-Man, he is looking like this. he evades naturally, so there you could actually make a logical case of not strapping on evasion and going for defense by saying, okay, well, if he gets hit, at least he can take the hit, and we can rely on his natural evasion to get him out of trouble. But on this one, I pretty much leaned into evasion, and again, he's not super complete here, but he's pretty good enough to count. For the gear, I'm using the Cosmic Cardinal and the Radian Cannon. That is my damage dealer. On my agent right there is the Radian Cannon, the Magneto shield, and the Flashing Eye. The Flashing Eye is to heal whoever has been taking a lot of the damage, whether it's jump in Spider-Man or deliberate tanking Thing. The Magneto shield is to give us extra turns, especially Thing, because he likes extra turns, so why not? And Bob's your uncle. Here we go for match number 1. It is Agent Flynn. It, for a change, is not Agent Valentine for the first one. I still think it's really, really stupid Stonewall is not a quick action, as it makes things very vanilla and bland. Of course, rally and things like that can help it. He's not a tactician, so you can't run the buff equals quick action ISO. But let's go ahead and make Thing do what Thing does best, and that is protect. The Thor on the enemy team is first, and I believe he's a blaster, so this could be a little rough. And it is. It is. It was a crit. It did reasonable damage, but we're still looking really solid. We don't have any quick actions over here, so I think I'll just do the Magneto shield. Now, the game gets a little buggy when the Magneto shield procs, or when it pops, rather. So the Magneto shield took all of the hotshot, which is great. And it doesn't look like we've taken any stun, or maybe Thing flinched like he had a stun, but I don't think he did. So finally we actually get to do some actions here. And I'm going to hit Emma Frost so that I can get my Infiltrator reflexes. Cosmic Cardinal follows up, but Organic Diamond was in place, so she didn't really take a lot of damage. Same for the follow-up Brawl. Organic Diamond was in place. And a shitty damn Psychic Tap when my agent has work to do. I think I will punch the enemy agent because he's the lowest. That's actually sizable damage from Thing. Let's Stonewall again. Spider-Man's actually a little bit hurt because of the burning. Let's get another web on Emma. I could go for the enemy agent because he's so close to... Okay, we are going to go for the enemy agent. That extra turn is kind of a bug from the Cosmic Cardinal. I like it, though. I really do. It grants extra turns for some reason. I have been Psychic Tapped. So I'm going to Flashing Eye the Thing because he's getting low. The enemy killer is doing a really big number on him. And I'm going to recharge. I didn't trigger the Psychic Tap with the eye or the mirror. So I'm just going to go ahead and play that safe. The enemy agent is dead. We're actually hurting. You could make the case that we are not winning this fight, or that it's very close, because even though it's 3-2, HP over here is not that great. I think it's time to go ahead and take advantage of the webbing on Emma. And that's actually a pretty good hit. Unlock Potential removes buffs and restores stamina. Or removes debuffs, excuse me, and restores stamina. She is dishing out the mental powers over here. Recharge. We can't take her Psychic Taps right now. They would be too beefy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the web swing so that if we don't kill it, maybe we'll get a stun. And we do. Good. I think I still have a psychic tap, right? No, I don't. Okay. She doesn't have dots, so let's just kill her. If Thor does a summon thunder at this point, we might be in a lot of trouble. Oh, he might wipe us. He absolutely could wipe us, team. Oh. Oh, that was played so well. Except I'm about ready to die. My agent is going to go out on his sword, and he's going to flash an eye into the teammate. I don't know how this... Thor absolutely could still wipe us. Let's try the stun of Gizmo Sandwich. He's already got crit, so why not? Ooh, but my agent's gonna die. He's gonna die to the dots. Or, okay. He's my... Oh my god, why is everybody taking turns before my agent? This is crazy. There's a possibility we might not lose anybody if we kill him before my agent dies to the burning. Oh boy, it's so close. High drama. Oh, wow. I don't know where those extra turns came in from there. Maybe it's possible that it considered the Magneto shield popped, or maybe it was the bug of the Cosmic Cardinal, but... Phew, okay. Wiping my brow on that one. 1-0. Nobody lost on that one, although it was super close. Oh, and it's Flynn again. Are we gonna do anything differently? I think the answer is yes. I think we're going to focus a little bit more on the agent. It does not seem like Spider-Man had much of a chance to use his Infiltrator bonus there on that last one. Fury counter and Spider Sense with the dodge. Brawl from my agent. Takes advantage of the webbing. Mental trauma's okay. Now, to those of you who've had mental trauma, obviously it's not okay. But for us, it's way better than a psychic tap because the damage is minimal and we can maintain our actions and I can get my scrapper bonus. Oh god, that's huge. Yeah, I would say that's a massive overkill. The Magneto shield should help things because Thor's probably going to go for him. He's strengthened. Yep. It really protected thing. Did a really, really good job. Counterattack from the Radian Cannon. Alright, well, we know he has his focused attacks. He can't get focused anymore. So why don't we actually focus Thor and get rid of him before he could potentially do an AoE? Speaking of AoE, I did my own there. Things still taking it like a champ. Still doing good. Good Radiant counter there. Now, if Thor was anybody else, Thor would be dead, and we would not need to spend extra attacks on him, but because he's Asgardian, he cannot suffer the radiation exposure, so the best way to do it is AoE. Thor goes bye-bye, and now we're left with Emma, who has yet to successfully psychic tap somebody. We've got webs. We've got infiltrator bonuses. And I think she might die. Yep. Okay. 2-0. That one went much better. We treated the hotshot with respect and got rid of the enemy agent before he could use it. We're looking pretty good here. Ooh, Ghost Rider, the Phoenix Flare Agent Judy. Judy, no! And a Tactician, Doctor Strange. The Tactician doesn't bother me. We have Spider-Man. We don't have blasters. Ghost Rider could womp up on Spider-Man, but we can protect him. everybody's a threat on the enemy team, but I think I will try for Doctor Strange first. See if we can't get some solid damage on him before the Terrazing boost. Okay, that's okay. That's also okay. 2 stacks of radiate. Oh, there it is. Damn. We should be able to... Nope. It healed immediately. I know I could get him enraged by going for Ghost Rider, but I still want to get rid of Strange. Okay. Alright. That works. Not a well-timed penance stare. There's not a lot of things on my side. However, it does activate the Scrapper bonus. We certainly were afraid of that for Spider-Man. But that's okay. We can protect our Peter Tingle if we need to. He's gonna get rid of Strange. We're really gonna get rid of Strange. Okay. Oh, we're using our made-up names? Well, I'm Spider-Man. Cosmic Flame. And he puts it on himself. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could it be the Flame Flare? No. Oh, boy. I don't know if that will stack for the next turn, but you know what I think that means? I think it's time for the Magneto shield. I think we may have some massive damage coming our way. I don't know if he will hold on to those 2 buffs for the next time he attacks, and that flare is in his hand. And, you know, the dot on Spider-Man really, really hurts. Like, that is some painful stuff over there. Let's try this. Just in case Ghost Rider goes for Spider-Man again, I think it will be handy to have that. And now we can go for the Enraged. I kind of wanted to hit the Agent because it's lower, but an Enraged is good. Okay, good. We'll do both. I like it. Perfect. Okay. We have... Yes. Okay. We've had some really, really good use of the Flashing Eye. Okay, but in the end... It didn't even matter. I tried so hard and I got so far, but in the end, Terrazing boost me. Shield still holding. Soulfire, if it was working correctly, would remove my shields and my buffs, though. We are still gonna hold on to our buffs, which is good, but we're getting plowed. We're absolutely plowed with dots, so we need to kill these people fast. And I think Ghost Rider needs to go first at this point. He's lower, we can abuse him for Enraged. AoE. 2 very damaged people against the Agent, and this is rough. I think we need to be DPS rather than be protective, and the Radian Cannon certainly did a good job of it. Oh, we're gonna lose, folks. We are. Yep. All right. It happens. It happened once last week. It happened again. We're not respecting the dot damage. We healed Spider-Man. We set up Spider-Man to heal from the Scrapper attack from Ghost Rider. Didn't do enough healing to get him over the hump with the dots. Okay, straightforward attacking on this one. We do have a Scrapper. He's probably going to go for Spider-Man because that is what Quicksilver was designed to do back in the day. He was the Infiltrator Scourge. So we're going to avoid Quicksilver for a little bit. We're going to pretend he is a fool. Wow. Wow, the custom GSE. I think it's Stonewall time. Yeah, the focus attacks isn't really out, so why not a staggered and a slowed? He can't get the Quicksilver anyway because the agent is protecting, and it's not like Thing is stealthy. Now we're staggered back. Yeah, I think we need to protect ourselves a little bit here. Go Magneto shield and a Radian Cannon on the enemy agent. Very weak Vortex Lariat, that's fine. That is what we would like to see from Quicksilver, especially this early in the match. That is a wasted attack. It's light pepper, it's not really going to do anything, it's not going to debuff us, it's just giving everybody their buffs of awareness and tough. Oh my god, we're going to be here forever. It's going to proc on every hit. Dear lord, I don't know how many attacks that is from Quicksilver on his spin to win, but it's proccing all of our passives for every hit. Look kids, big man Parliament. The Radiant Cannon went to counter Quicksilver, but the agent protected against it. Thing is enraged, which is good. Nice damage from the web. Agent is almost dead. Might be in range of a Thing AoE. Nice. It's so weird to think of having to go to AoE from Thing when he's honestly at his best as a protector in a single target, but if somebody's low, you know, why waste the attack? Tons of webbed on Hulk. Yeah. It's worth it. Yep, it was worth it. Sometimes you gotta play the class risk a little bit. The Scrapper has to attack the Bruiser, and you have to have faith that you're gonna get the kill, and you won't have to worry about being ranged. The shield protects Spider-Man. The counter protects Spider-Man. But there's the follow-up, and we have some combat slowness because the Magneto shield popped, and I think it popped on like all three characters. Ooh, ouch. So when you sit there and wonder, like, Beta 6.04 looks like it's in really good shape, why can't we have it? Yeah, this is one of the things. I will give it another 20 seconds or so to see, because if that combo setup is the only debuff or the only proc, once it gets high enough, it'll go away and we'll get control back, but it's slowing down mightily. It's so close. I think it's beyond the halfway point, but I think we're gonna have to restart. Well, we would consider this a win, and our record would go to 3-1 if I do reset on this, because there's no way Quicksilver's getting out of this with 704 hit points versus 3 people. Oh, got control back. 3-1, last battle. Hercules and Quicksilver, great group for the Dragon's Foot. The steps of Shootout, but it is not in the game yet. We will go for the enemy agent because he has sacrifice. So that means he's going to be protecting. Quantum Jumper. Don't care. More offense. Another weak Vortex Lariat, too early in battle. Doesn't do much. Let's see what Hercules opens up with. after all these buffs stack up over here. God, watching Thing get up to 12 buffs, 13 buffs from this. Spider-Man protects but doesn't evade. Not great, but not the end of the world. And the Radian Cannon is doing tremendous work on this fight. May as well use it again. Kill the enemy agent. Perfect. Gift the battle, so Hercules is protecting. Yeah, we'll do Stonewall. We can't attack Quicksilver. We know that is a slap battle between Thing and Hercules. I really wonder who would win that one. I actually, as much as at Thing, and he is sometimes the community joke when it comes to Marvel Avengers Alliance, I think I would actually have to give that fight to Thing. If Thing has gone toe-to-toe with Hulk on occasion, I kind of think Thing has it over Hercules. You comic and lore people can correct me on that one, but I think I'm 85% sure that Thing would win the battle with Hercules. I mean, Hercules is a demigod. I think Thing's tendency towards indestructibility over there would be the way to go. Thing protects, perfectly fine. Radian Cannon doing the lion's share work on this one. Tons of buffs again. We gotta look at Thing's defense over here. It's gonna be through the roof. When all these buffs are done calculating, of course. Radiation exposure kills Hercules. Thing's defense is at a whopping 62, 67. I kind of feel like that's Molly Hayes level, except Molly would be stacking attack with that. But yeah, that is really, really, really good defense for this stage of the game. 10 times awareness, 10 times toughness. Fuck it, let's try for the stun. Nope, no stun. Quicksilver's so dead that I really don't think an Infiltrator attacking Scrapper suit is really gonna make much difference over here. Okay, folks, there we go. There are the 5 fights. 4-1. Just like last week, we dropped the battle. And that goes to show you that when you guys do get this beta, and you're playing through the PvP seasons, and you start hitting the seasons with the conditionals and everything, it is not a foregone conclusion that you're going to have a perfect season. We're still basically in tournament season 1 with fairly good gear and very buff characters, and we are still running into teams that can mop the floor with us. And as you can see, I had a really bad weakness to dots over here. I had great single target protection with the Magneto shield and the healing from the eye, but I couldn't really do anything against that excessive amount of damage over time effects from Ghost Rider stacking those damnation chains. It makes me think maybe I should really do a video with Ghost Rider at some point on offense. So that's it for me, folks. Have yourself a wonderful Thursday. If you are in affected areas of the country from these crazy storms and flooding that we're having, hope you're safe. Where I am, we have narrowly avoided some of this as it landed west of me, but where I am, it's been pretty okay. So I will see you tomorrow on the Friday stream, and I will see you next Thursday for another episode of Thursday Night Fights. Have a good weekend, everybody.